We have that at home.
Better not ask for nothing.
We have that at home.
Better not ask for nothing.
We have that at home.
Better not ask for nothing.
We have that at home.
Better not ask for nothing. Feeding you greatness, everything you need. Pull up to the table and fulfilled you'll be. We got the last week for the culture and what's trending. Foolishness and friends, everything in between.
But y'all not listening when we say don't ask for nothing. Whatever you need,
Anything, everything, all
you'll be fulfilled right here. Tune in, turn up.
Turn up. Turn up.
Hey, my sweet babies. It's Keem. It's Moni. It's Jish. And this is We Have That at
What is wrong with y'all today?
Yo, you know,
Y'all
how you get caught in like a YouTube trap or whatever? I was listening to Minnie Riperton and I was just listening to her, and like it was like a 10-minute clip of her just hitting that whistle note. I was like, yeah, it's amazing.
YouTube will have you trapped. I'll be like, I hope people don't see my damn search history because I'll be looking for the weirdest stuff now.
Okay. But it just gets so interesting. Like,
it's interesting. It's weird, but it's interesting. I got caught up in this thing of like, it don't even matter.
Speak your truth, King.
What's up, G Shington? How are you today, brother?
I am living good, feeling great, feeling better. How are you?
I'm good. I cannot complain.
living my life like it's golden. 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 Golden. Y'all silly.
We're musicians, and I mean that's just what it is.
We are.
What's up?
Do we have good news? We never do good news anymore because it's just been so shitty, everything.
Good news.
I got some good news.
Tell us. Do we need to spotlight you?
No, it ain't that good. But it was 40 degrees today, and the snow was melting, and the sun was shining, and that improved my mood tremendously because like the winter depresses me. So like I've been having a hard time.
I mean, being touched the wrong way depresses me, and I don't even. You know what? That has.
Jesus Christ.
That's not what I meant. I was trying to think of something better. Nothing better came to mind.
There's a lot more things that make you depressed, is what you're saying.
Yes. Rain is one of them. It don't even got to be a whole season. It's just like a few droplets. I'd be like,
I like rain. Rain don't bring the creativeness out of y'all?
Huh?
The rain.
I said rain don't bring the creativeness out of y'all.
No.
I like when it rains. It relaxes me and it kind of gets me in a mood.
It brings the lay me down spirit up out of me.
Not one of those.
Yeah.
I would like to hear rain on a tin roof. I'm good. I'm good.
It will put me to sleep though, but it don't depress me. I like rain.
No, people don't want to be out in it. Again, the window. I can't hear the noises of the streets, so
I feel it.
Can I get an update about my dates though? Like, what's good?
We have not gotten there yet. We will be working on that soon.
So what y'all telling me is Q in the musician side of us. I'm gonna be living high single. Yeah, keep your head up.
Head up, what? Keep your head up. I don't know. I got a whole. Hey.
That's funny.
Yo, I think we outgrowing these chairs. We got to start standing up.
We need to just stand.
Absolutely.
That is mad funny.
But so did anybody else think that was Maxine back in the day dancing?
No, I can see why.
I don't think I thought about the same haircut.
I thought it was Maxine. I said, okay,
I thought about Max, but you could tell Max ain't kicking it like that now.
But as a kid, I just thought they was the shit because I was like, ooh, Queen Latifah rapping on the intro. Then they got Maxine dancing. Like, okay, they sweet, but it wasn't Maxine. But it wasn't Maxine.
All right, let's get into this little show,
what we on today? What we talking about first?
First topic is, and just a little name drop. Shout out to Whtah. Shades and clothing. They're black. What is the name of the line?
The Black Collection.
The Black Collection is bomb. I love a catchy shirt, sweater. Okay. And we know we are all woke this Black History Month. And we were just thinking, so you have to go through a traumatic experience to be woke. Like, is that necessary? Do you have to go through something that traumatizes you to like come to the realization of wokeness?
Some people do, I think. What is being woke to y'all? Just knowing what's going on?
Being aware.
Yeah, just being aware. I think for me it's like just being aware and kind of just looking at stuff, you know what I'm saying, outside the box as opposed to, maybe the conventional way or just going into stuff a little bit deeper. But, I'm saying, still logically, of course, and, with facts to back it up, but definitely just how I think looking at stuff a little bit deeper than so maybe like the average person would spend time doing.
Absolutely. There's a lot of people who I think do need to have gone through something to recognize that, because a lot of people think that people over exaggerate when they explain what's going on, what they witness, what they experience, and they're like, "No, you're overthinking it. You're dwelling. You're being dramatic," and then they have that experience, and their asses wake up. They're like, "Oh, okay, I see it."
And even if it's not a direct experience, and you know what, I know that I do believe this, and I was just thinking about it while y'all were talking. I used to always say when Beyonce was like younger, I used to be like, yo, her music is going to be good when she gets her heart broken or she goes through something real. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I feel like you do get a certain amount of awareness once you have been like broken.
Once you go through something.
I feel like something has to crack you open. I mean, hopefully in your life, nothing ever will, and you can stay naive and hopeful. I'm hopeful. I don't want to say naive and hopeful. You can stay naive and green, for as long as possible. But I do think, in order for you to like really hit that emotion that somebody's feeling, and I think it's transferable. It doesn't have to be the direct experience. Once you've been through something, you could just like recognize that sort of pain in someone else, and even if you don't understand it, be like, yo, I feel you. Like I get it. Yes, the girl has lived now.
The folks with you, they agree with you, Moni. I agree also.
She put out that formation and that lemonade, and it was life changing. It was like, all right, now, this is music.
Yeah. Hold up.
Amen. Yes, I agree, Phil. Empathy is a teacher as well.
Is it easy for y'all to empathize with people?
Absolutely.
Absolutely, I would say definitely.
And like the difference between sympathy and empathy.
G said absolutely. I don't believe
it.
No,
I was gonna say definitely. Then when you said absolutely, my brain kind of like grabbed that word. That word. So you don't think you don't think I have empathy?
Can I weigh in?
Yes, that was. I think I do. I know I do.
People out there, we be reading Jeesh, but he wants us to do it. I feel like he likes the torture. Jeesh likes when we be on this podcast and I be getting on him like my little brother.
We be prepping for the show, and he be like, "Oh, I can't wait to go at it."
That is not what they is making stuff up.
Don't lie to people.
I I am not a pot stirrer.
You stir. I think that you are. I think you do. You have empathy. I do. But I also think that depending on the situation, that little touch of selfishness that lives up in you will be like, fuck that empathy.
The little devil on my shoulder.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, I definitely do. I don't think. I mean, yeah, I guess that's right. It's certain things I do be like, yeah, like when
the folks will break me down. I'll be like, oh my god, oh, yeah. I feel it. And then most people around you are like, hell no, forget that. And I'm like, no, but they said, and like I'm feeling what they're going through. Yeah, I think I got it. Yeah.
I mean, I think I have empathy, but I don't like to get caught up in people's feelings.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, I get you. I hear where you're coming from. I know that you're sad. I want to be there for you. And again, I think this was another conversation anyway. I go into a zone of, I want to help you. How can we solve the problem? Blah, 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 blah. And not listening to feelings. And sometimes that's just what people want. They just want to hear. They want you to listen. They don't want you to come in and solve their problems. And I think that's where I get caught up, like showing empathy. Sometimes it seems like I'm being very dry, right? And like not being empathetic. Tell us more about this.
Y'all is bringing in. First of all, y'all bringing in the Beyonce fans. I'm sure this was a response to the Beyonce, and not my whole government in the comment section. This is national TV day. DHB. This is national television.
Oh, I said Bay.
My name is Jish.
What up, Reggie, aka Brooklyn Beards?
Come on, you got some ointment to send me, brother?
Ointment. Oh my God, bean pies.
What's going on?
What were we saying? We don't have no focus.
We were talking about empathy.
You his daddy's son. You your daddy's son.
What does that mean?
I don't know which. Oh, maybe is she talking about the empathy? We want to know. She got to elaborate. But
all right. Drop that in the comments. We are gonna put Jish on the spot because he love it. Yes. So I mean, so we agree. We need a little bit of trauma to be woke.
I think I don't know. For me, I started like doing that when I moved on my own. Like once I like got out of my family household and my parents' household, and like kind of when I moved to LA and like I was on my own, that's when my brain really got woke up. And I definitely went through some stuff out there, but like I don't know, not even just traumatized, just being on my own and being able to like see the world through my own lens, like without no like influence from nobody other than my own. So, like that's what kind of put me on that kind of path, but like paying attention a little bit deeper than what I usually would. And it humbled me as well.
Mm-hmm.
I've been doing like a little research about trauma, and what I've learned is that there are so many experiences that traumatize us when we are younger. So I've been thinking about it in a whole different way. Like trauma doesn't have to be, my parents were fighting, I was molested, my household was violent and arguing, or, it doesn't have to be all of that. It could literally be like a single experience that you hold with you for the rest of your life. It's something that changes your world's view. Like you literally view the world differently based off of this, like one experience that you just never could let go. Right. So I think I feel like we all have a little bit of trauma, even if we don't realize it.
We do.
And I've been recognizing more and more lately as I've been like doing this work about like how things have affected me when I was a kid. And I was going to say also, like I have dealt with my share of like health problems. That's another type of like trauma that people go through that I would say like gives you a certain type of awareness or wokeness. Is like if you have some sort of like life-threatening illnesses, you be seeing the little cancer kids, shout out to y'all, but they be strong as fuck, like spiritual, holding it down for their family. Don't be scared, everything's gonna be all right. And be like, where did you get this wisdom?
Right, but I'm scary
stuff. Yeah,
definitely.
They done been through stuff.
And that's on Prophetess Moni. Okay.
Yeah. she back with her drama. She said she said I'm not empathetic like my daddy.
Oh, okay. I called
That's
it.
That's her daddy as well.
Okay.
No, what she was saying was that she must have just tagged your name and it came up like that.
Oh,
It's
you
on
your daddy
Facebook.
son.
Oh, you're full. You're government.
You're still your daddy's son.
Oh, okay.
People are really talking about this a lot now. It must be something. It's something in the atmosphere. Absolutely.
It's new. I look crazy today, y'all. I'm sorry. But
it's the age of Aquarius, yo. We have moved into a new astrological time.
Yes.
And you know, the people are aliens. They're going to take us down a whole new path. A lot of people are going to feel woke. A lot of people are going to be woke. A lot of people are going to feel woke because it's going to be on trend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are going to be very confused because things are going to be very different.
Yes, definitely.
I feel it.
I can definitely feel it. Like, it's been bubbling for the last few years. It came to a head. The world has been crazy. And now, like, it's going to wind down and it's going to be very different. I'm excited. I like new things.
Moni is such a spiritual mother. It's going to wind down. It's going to be okay. Yeah, yo, so I had got a reading, it was 2 days ago, right? And
you cheated on Moni?
I know, right? I didn't know that was a thing, but it was like I was one of my other homegirls. She I went to high school with her, but she basically I had got a reading about love life, and they told me to focus on myself.
Maybe you need to. And you know what I say about readings? You know what I say about readings, right? Like, whenever you get a reading, you get the reading. This is what it could have been. This is what it will be if you don't make the changes that, you know, from whatever revelations you're listening to right now. So once you hear it, you make changes. The next time you get a reading, it's going to be something completely different if you've done your work. That's the goal, that you don't get the same reading all the time. Yeah. You know what happens though? I have done this before when I'm feeling desperate and down in the dumps, and I give myself multiple readings in a day, or like, you know, over and over to try to get a different answer. Them cards will mess with you. Like, you'll get like the most sarcastic answers, or the same card will flip out over and over again. And I'll be like, yo.
Yeah.
They're telling you to go sit down.
Go sit down.
But no, I definitely took heed. I mean, I think basically like I heard, like this is just a time. I mean, a time like where I need to just focus on, you know, not love, like everything else myself. So like, you know, and I get it. I definitely see that.
Yeah. Got to. Sure. My Kia brought up a good point. I'm going to show that again. She said childhood trauma is something that's not really talked about in Black families. It is not.
I agree.
This came up with my family over the holidays. We were talking about something, and the way we grew up came up. We all grew up rough. Everybody was getting spankings, whatever the case may be. So one of my cousins was on there like, we all got beat when we was younger and we're fine. We're fine. I wanted to be like, yo, not one of us is fine.
People, yeah.
Like, no.
Be fine. I'm trying to thrive. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, it's not okay to grow up feeling like having this traumatized past. Like, you think you're functioning normally until you see the way somebody else is functioning and you're like, this ain't healthy.
It ain't. It's crazy because, I mean, a lot of people do say that, like, this happened when we were younger. We were fine. We turned out fine.
But what is fine? What is fine?
It still affects you.
Be holding a bottle of gin, smoking some cigarettes.
Your mama walk up to you right now at 40 and raise her hand. You still gonna be jumping.
Nah. But and then again, it's like that wording. Is that your goal, to be fine? I don't want to be fine.
Fine, right?
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to thrive.
Yeah.
You know, I'm trying to thrive.
Fine mean you just like, yeah, I survived it. But it don't mean like it's okay. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, yeah. Cancers. All right, we have to have an astrology episode again. We haven't done that in a long time.
Yeah, we do that.
Aquarius month is done with, I think it just switched over, right, to Pisces.
Are we in Pisces?
Yeah.
Pisces are hard for me.
No, I don't know what's next, but I think Aquarius is done with.
I think.
No, is it Aries or Pisces? I don't know.
No, it's Pisces next.
Okay.
Pisces is the end of the zodiac. They're the wise sign, but they have, they deal with other things.
Pisces.
And I can't pull a card. I have all my stuff right behind me.
I love the background. I'm getting my background together. Wait till the backdrop comes.
Oh, shucks. Are we just dropping signs now? Drop your zodiac.
Drop your zodiac.
Drop your zodiac.
I can see Bree being an Aries. See, now Bree, now we gotta hang out because Aries is. I like Aries.
Bree is a typical Aries.
I love Aries.
A little typical Aries. Aries, they love, like, they're high energy, right? They ready to go all the time. But what they do is they go from situation to situation, starting little fires. When that fire starts to bubble up, they out to the next thing, leaving a little pile of ashes behind them. Yo, think about an Aries, but they're fun.
Yeah, Aries are fun. Like, for me, Aries are the fun zodiac. Like, I don't like put my claws in them. I had an ex that was the Aries. That's another story though. But like, Aries are friends. They fun. They like cool to hang out with. Nothing too heavy because Aries are
fiery though.
Yes.
I'm an Aquarius.
Look at Bree. Oh shucks, we got Camille is a Virgo. Can I just say a word about all these signs? I'm excited. That this gets me hyped. Camille is a Virgo. Virgos, I'm a Capricorn. We're both earth signs. We tell it straight. You tell it more straight than anybody. And you think that the way you will tell somebody something, like, read them, right? Now they sitting there feeling all bad about themselves and you're like, what's the problem? Because you were genuinely doing it to try to help that person out because you looking raggedy right now and you shouldn't look like that.
Do better. Tighten up, baby.
Do better. That's the Virgo.
That's Camille. That's so funny.
And Virgos like they shit like this. Like, this is what it's gonna be, and this is how it's gonna be. Like,
yes.
Virgo, I like Virgos. Yes.
Getting fired. Classic. I just love it. Leo. My key is a Leo. Leos are fun, family-oriented people. They can be very, very, very silly sometimes. They don't take things seriously sometimes. It takes them a long time. They have to really love somebody for them to be held down. They are also the lovers of the zodiac. So even if they don't look like it, they are somewhere putting it down.
My Kia is definitely nothing.
What happened?
My Kia is a married woman. She's definitely in that about their family life.
Oh, yeah, listen. Hey, that's real. Listen, I FaceTimed her earlier. She was cutting up bananas and then she grabbed the vanilla. She grabbed the vanilla wafers. I said, "Oh, you making banana pudding?" But the whole time we on FaceTime, she just like do multitasking, which I am not a multitasker. I put everything to the side. Like, I get distracted.
Sometimes you got to, yeah. There was one more, Aquarius, Bobby Smith. Aquarius people, you know what? Aquariuses are kind of difficult for me because they're not about personal relationships. So they will think of, I say this to you all the time. They can seem cold. They can seem like they don't care. They can seem aloof, like they're just like, okay, whatever, go with the flow. But they think about the big picture. So the little details that you may be worried about that may bother you or whatever, and they seem like they don't care about, they do. It's because they're thinking about the big picture, and that little detail may not matter so much, like from their view. So if you want to like get to an Aquarius, you have to like show them what you mean. Like, these are the details. This is why it's important to me, and then that'll help them see.
Mona, you better read them Aquarius. You better read them Aquarius. Not to lean in.
Come on, my Leo sis.
That's what's up. That's funny.
But
I will say though, I'm surrounded by Aquarius. But the Aquarius in my life, like, they take care of me, like, literally. Like, they even the ones that's younger than me, like, they got this big brother type of like when it comes to me. I fuck with Aquarius heavy.
Yeah, I'm like a typical Capricorn. Like, I really believe in zodiac. Like, I really am. When you read a Capricorn little bio, like, that is my personality. Like, I truly love to work. I'm super ambitious. I go super hard, like all of that stuff. And then the little cold part and like holding your feelings back, but like really being connected, but having to get to know people first, like all those traits.
Mm-hmm.
That is definitely me. And then Jeesh, our Cancer brother,
I think
is my opposite sign, but then we have a lot of things in common.
we like best friend signs. You know, we like she said, we help you have to grow because we so opposite. Like, so we gotta if we don't put ourselves in each other's shoes, then like we have to do that or we're gonna constantly bump heads. So that's where the growth comes. Like we have to like kind of like woo. But I think I'm a typical Cancer, but I don't think when people first meet me, I don't think my Cancer traits automatically shine through. Because I can, depending on the vibe and the mood, I can come off very outgoing. I can come off very like extroverted, depending on the vibe. But
yeah,
I wouldn't say like that's me naturally.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of just depends on how you meet me. Because I'm an onion.
Oh God, he need a damn shirt that say that because that's his favorite line.
Coming soon.
Coming soon.
I'm an
Peel
onion.
back the layers.
About my personality also because I like to work hard and it's the work hard, play hard thing. So I also like when I play, I like a little edge.
Uh-huh.
That's like the trade-off.
Okay.
And what about you, Aquarius?
I don't think I can break myself down. I think that what you said was perfect. I'm thinking about the bigger picture. I do seem cold and like blunt, like, what are you worried about with anything? But I feel like I got common sense where like, I guess my empathy comes in. Like if somebody's worried, I'm going to worry with you. We're going to figure it out. But for the most part, I'll be like, don't even worry yourself. It's all good.
Beloved.
Come on, my beloved.
No, that scheme for sure. If me and Moni is like, he come in like,
how? Relax, my people.
I don't think to worry too often now. Like, let's just figure it out and move on.
Yeah.
This is an interesting dynamic that we got on here. It's like we got a Cancer, an Aquarius, and a Capricorn. Like that's business.
Hold on. Hold on. This is why it works. Earth, water, air. We need some fire. Oh my God, I know the perfect fire. We need a fourth. We need a fourth for the elements. We need a fire.
Everybody putting up with our crazy selves.
We're looking for a Sagittarius, an Aries. What's the last one?
Who is we?
Right, because
no, for now we're a coven and we need a fourth. Okay?
Who is we?
Ain't nobody listen.
We need to cast spells.
I'm telling y'all right now, we are crazy. We smile for the cameras in the background. No,
Aries, Sagittarius. Okay. All right. Let's move on. Maybe this has something to do with the signs.
Who knew we were having an astrology episode?
Hey, listen.
We needed another topic.
we flowing. The people in here, we chit chat.
Oh, wait. Before we leave.
Oh, look at Rez. What's Rez sign?
Rez. What's your name? What's your sign?
What's your zodiac?
Jeesh has been wanting to know the answer to this question for a long time.
Who you be?
Y'all know I love Rez.
What is your sign, Rez? Jeesh has been wanting to know for months.
I think the chat is a little delayed, but it'll come. But I wanted to know, all right, so you are your sign. What signs do you get along with best as friends? And what sign do you get along with as lovers?
Go first, King.
Because of my I don't careness, I don't even know nobody's sign. Y'all go ahead. Age of Aquarius.
What is the age of Aquarius? We were in the age of Capricorn for a long time. I forgot exactly how many years it is, but it's like a long span of time. And now we're moving to Aquarius. And Aquarius is a more like we were saying before about Keem, a more worldly sign, like, you know, thinking about the whole world. That's why you see like the culture shifting and things like that. People are becoming more woke. People are becoming more thoughtful about like climate change and how everything that we eat affects us, and plastic and like all the shit that we have been doing to make money, because that's what Capricorn is about. It's probably not good for an age like the Capricorn age because it's business, achievement, money, none of that stuff. None of that.
No.
Period.
And that's so Mary had a little lamb.
Oh, and that's why we got that at home.
Bird. We got that at home.
All right. Oh, so wait, sorry. Go ahead, Jeesh. Go ahead.
I want to know his Reds and Aquarius, or I want to know what's
No, she's not an Aquarius.
Tell this boy your sign.
You said, oh. Oh, what were we talking about? Y'all know I'm an idiot. Wait, what were we talking about? We did move on, didn't we?
Your friends.
Friends.
Oh, my friends.
Lovers, signs.
Okay, for lovers, I go to the water signs usually, or Aries. I did the Aries. Yeah, but I get along with Scorpios. I get along with Aquarius. I get along. Well, I have a very interesting relationship with Capricorns, but I do have Capricorns in my life, but we are tight.
Say what you want to say, Jeesh.
Well, that's what, I mean, you know me, I wasn't the word right. Y'all, we bump heads.
Dramatic
what signs?
The Capricorns, we bump heads for sure, but we still it's weird. We get along still, but we bump heads. But and yeah, Leos, Cancers, Virgos, Aquarius, usually who I run into. Lately, it's been Libras too, and I used to didn't think I like Libras, but actually, I rock with Libras. Has been
kind of start paying more attention to these signs and
pay attention to it. Very cool. It gives you a lot of insight.
And
I don't know. I feel like as far as people, air signs can be sometimes hard for me because they're about a lot of talk and not a lot of action. So Aquarius is a little different, but Libras and what's that other air sign? Geminis, they in their heads a lot. They will go through something over and over and over and over again, never make a decision, never actually put it into action. And then it's like, whoa, you're never going to do this? Like, what are you talking about it for? And
that's my pet peeve.
And I talk about it one time, possibly 2 to 3 times to double check, and then I'm moving. That's it. So they can be hard, although Geminis are so cool sometimes that
they are very cool.
Yes, you look it over. I like to be around the Gemini socially. They're very social butterflies. They move in and out of circles, because that's not my personality naturally. It feels good for me to be around a Gemini because I can ride their vibe a little bit. I like earth signs. I like Virgos. I like Tauruses. Tauruses are very similar to me. That's my rising sign. And I like Scorpios. I'm a Scorpio moon. And when I first got into looking up all the astrology stuff, I looked up all the people around me and they were several Scorpio moons, yo. We attract each other. You don't even know.
Yeah, I like Scorpios. Scorpios is heavy in my family. My pops is a Scorpio. So that's an interesting dynamic. Cancer, Scorpio.
Yes. So my Kia understands them Capricorns.
my Kia is the queen of RBF. And she a sweetheart, but her face gonna be like this the whole time.
My Kia, tell us about your Capricorn husband. How are the Capricorn men? I've been going. Fix me, Mo. Yo, Camille, you gotta come on. We gotta have a whole astrology episode. It's so much fun.
It is. Because I like to get one person. If I know 2 people the same sign, I have to compare them and see how similar they are.
And then me, I'm going deeper. I'm now we gotta look. I need to know when you were born, where you were born, and what.
Right.
Depending on where your Mercury was, might affect the way you communicate. Depending on where your Venus is, you may not seem so much like a Taurus. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot that goes into it.
Yes.
Camille said, I am mean. She admitted it.
People are talking together. All right. I don't know if this has anything to do with your sign or not, but and I don't know. Can you be in love with 2 people at once? We need a little more definition around this. Can you be in love with more than 2 people?
We weren't supposed to do this one.
What?
We talking about
All right, I'm at the right list now. Thanks, guys. What's something your family did in your house that you would never do at home? What's something your family did?
That's a good one. What was a rule that y'all had in your house that you don't do now? I don't know if I got one.
See, for me, it's not necessarily rules as more so like things that I just won't eat no more. Like, like
Makia said that life is difficult.
Yeah, Capricorn man, girl, difficult. It all. I know.
Capricorns do know it all.
I know.
They know it all.
Oh my God, that's so much fun. All right, I'm sorry.
Oh, Camille needed a clarity, a moment of clarity. She said no. People think I mean.
It's just like that. No.
No.
People say I'm mean.
I ain't mean. People.
Wait. People say I'm mean. LOL.
There's a little piece of truth to that one.
All right, can you love them two people? No, why do I keep saying that? What did you do at home in your house that you ain't bringing into your house?
What did y'all mama have y'all doing that y'all don't do since y'all live on your own?
As much as I still eat them, no chitlins is getting cleaned in my sink or in my house.
Chitlins. I thought you said chicken. I was like,
when the last time you had a chitlin?
Chitlins. It's actually been a minute. Like maybe probably not last year. Wait, I haven't been around my family, but
okay,
probably the year before last.
Okay.
But usually chitlins is like a Christmas or a Thanksgiving thing.
Very rare. They don't even make them no more.
Oh, they make them.
Look, our little fancy topic got some heat. It's a no for me. How can you be in love with one person while seeking love from another person?
Because you move on quickly when you ain't completely.
That's some Gemini spirits. No, let me stop.
Moden opened up a can on tonight.
I like this can because I have a total different opinion. I do think you can be in love with two people at once. Absolutely.
We know that you feel that way as of last week.
But clearly, all right, can we just touch for a second?
Touch.
What do you mean in love? It's like, how can you be in love with more than one person? We seek love from a lot of people in our lives, not just romantic partners. I think like there are different things that you look for from different people.
Yeah.
And you can find that in multiple people. That goes back to like the cheating thing. You may cheat on someone, and I don't think that means you love them any less. Respect them, honor them, like honoring that commitment, different. Love them, sure.
I'm with my brother Bobby. Like, to keep it the simplest way, I think that you can easily be in love with two people if you've moved on too soon or moved on without closing a chapter and you've jumped into something else. And you're with that something else because you have some type of feeling, which could easily flourish into love. So I think it's possible. Absolutely. And as we stated last week on the show, Chris Brown had this situation with Karrueche and Rihanna where he mentioned that he was in love with both women. He was with Karrueche, but he was chasing Ree in public, of course. And he said, this is just how I'm feeling. And it was a significant gap because he had that incident with Ree where they weren't together for a minute. They could have been texting on the low, but I feel like it was a huge time gap between him coming back to Ree and having time to be with the Rooch.
not the Rooch.
Rooch.
Okay, now I know what that remind me of. That remind me of the damn bully from Different Strokes, the Gooch.
Oh, Lord.
That's I'm like, why does his name?
Yo, I had forgot we had that conversation, but now I remember it. That's why I kept saying it. And I mentioned Grey's Anatomy and how they just be messing. Yeah. No, I don't know. I find that hard again, and we can move on right now. Like being the person sitting there waiting for like somebody else to decide. I really do think your heart can be torn. Like I love you, and it's like, well, what situation is better for me? And you sitting there waiting for that person to decide is like torture because it's like I ain't gonna be sitting around waiting for to choose me. You don't know. You know who I am. But I mean, sometimes it's like that. If you really, I don't know, if you love that person, you have to like respect that This is a serious decision, and they have to weigh their actions. You may not be the best situation, even though they may love you deeply or more than another person.
You think Ree brought out her cowrie shells and her skull heads
and her spaghetti?
The spaghetti with the special sauce.
Remember that throwback? Not eating anything red.
Nothing red. Oh.
But the thing about it though, with being in love, and twice, it's don't be the messy person that fall in love with somebody in the midst of you already being with somebody. That's where the mess come in. Now, like from the past, like, okay, cool. But a lot of people
messy.
A lot of people be entertaining shit, and then they feelings get all whoop wop when they should have left the shit alone because you already had something. So that's where, like, I feel like my sister's coming in. Like, hell no, I ain't no loving two people.
Really? From you, from Mr. 24 hours.
Who, me? What?
Who are you, huh?
Oh, what's going on? Because now I'm confused. What are we talking about?
Yes, you talking about you can't love more than one person at a time. And when we asked you about your sexual experiences in 24 hours, huh? You doing something with more than one person at a time?
No, I was giving my sister a view because I knew what she was talking about, beige. But I already told you how I feel on the last episode. Ain't none of that.
Absolutely.
All right, we're gonna move to this last
week.
Oh no. I would say, if we talk about the things that we don't do at home, my mother was very superstitious, and just about little stuff. Like legit, we were not allowed to whistle in the house. If we were whistling in the house, we're like, stop that whistling, we're gonna lose all our money.
Oh wow. No
hats on the table. Don't sweep my feet, you're gonna go to jail or you won't get married.
Step on the crack.
I still feel affected by that. That's neither here nor there. But all that little stuff, it was like.
Do you follow those still?
She will be like, she'll tell me if I whistle in her house, she will say something to me like, don't whistle in my house.
But how do you feel about somebody whistling in your home?
Oh no, I don't care. That's like
my mom's so chill. I don't think we had anything crazy.
Yeah, mama.
Nothing that I can think of.
My mama was
easy breezy.
Yeah, my mama wasn't too crazy when it came to stuff like that.
Y'all getting your kids McDonald's?
You said, "Do we what?"
Y'all getting y'all kids McDonald's? Or
that's
we have
the one thing she did.
Now
we have that at home.
Yes.
Spit on the broom.
Yes. Oh my God. So if you get your feet swept with the broom, if you still want to get married or not go to on it.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Don't sweep my feet with that broom.
What?
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
Step on the crack, break your mama's back.
I heard of that.
Mm-hmm.
That's too funny.
We did all of that. All right, let's get into this last topic. This is like, it's not very recent, but it just like scrolled past and it made me think a little bit. Mm-hmm. So Neo, where is
good for nothing type of brother.
So with his ex, she had one child already. They had one child together. And then while she was in delivery, she asked to have her tubes tied because they decided together, had talked about it for a long time, apparently, that they were not going to have any more kids. So she got her tubes tied for her fiance. And then now, wait, y'all so silly. Just put.
You gotta break that whole back.
In the streets, jumping from crack to crack. Like, bitch. 100% real.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, so our brother Neo, ex-fiance, they decided they were going to get the tubes tied, no more children. They ended up not getting married. He's the one that called it off. And now he has had 5 children with his current and it made me think. So I'm like, how do y'all feel? And this is like this is something big. Like a woman had her tubes tied.
As a mutual agreement to not have any more babies.
and then now they were engaged, didn't make it to the altar, got married. He went on and had a tribe, a basketball team. Like, how do you feel when your ex does something with someone else that they didn't do with you?
Can't relate. Sorry, no, I'm joking.
I don't know. Is she trying to sue him? I have no idea.
I don't know, but I think so because those two women are allegedly cool. Because they're in each other's life because they got kids together.
Right.
But I think that they're cool. She wrote a book about their relationship, the ex. She wrote a book, blah, blah, blah. Apparently, he's talked on it because people call him out every pregnancy. They call him out. And he's like, it was a mutual agreement, blah, blah, blah. I did not tell her to do that, blah, blah, blah. So, I don't know. I feel like when they first talked about it, she did make it seem like it was something that he put on her to get those tubes tied.
Yeah.
Then the relationship ended, and he's been having babies ever since.
Yeah.
That's wild, though. And it's like, I don't even know. Because it's like, well, if it was her decision alone, I could respect it. Like, I don't want to have any more children. But it's like you and your partner decided to do something. But it's also like you decided to do that before you were married. Not that the marriage means that you're never going to separate, but it is more of a commitment. Like
it sounds like
the aisle.
Right. Like, how did that conversation come up? Y'all were newly in love. They weren't in love that long. Y'all decided together to get these tubes tied. Like, somebody knew that something wasn't going to last. Or that you didn't want that connection. That's what it sounds like.
I mean, they have a child together, right?
They do. They got one.
Or maybe they just live their lives after that. Maybe
that was her first baby. You wanted to want your tubes tied?
I mean, she must have just had her heart really into that relationship to think that they were gonna be together forever. But like certain stuff, I'm not doing. Like that's certain stuff you gotta hold on to, no matter how much you
can't trust people with Neo's head, and that's the biggest lesson.
He got the biggest brain out of all of us. I would think he's doing some big thinking. Like the fact.
Yeah, he masterminded her ass out them tubes.
That's crazy.
Because imagine he would have had 10 kids if that was the case.
Because even if that was her decision, what made you agree to it?
And she said they had conversations about it for months.
Right.
I feel like he brought it up and she agreed.
So what made you move on and then have a tribe?
Yeah,
and that's the question. Like, should she feel some way about it?
She should. I mean, I think a lot of people would. Even if she's past it, I think a lot of people would feel some type of way.
Would you?
Absolutely. If there was a discussion that you didn't want to do something and we came to an agreement that wasn't going to happen and you moved on and you decided to change your mind and do it, depending on what it is, I'm going to have an issue.
And I guess in a situation, let's say you got a vasectomy or something like that. It's like in this situation, I can't change your mind now.
Right.
We leave the situation. One person can change their mind. Other person can't change their mind.
Right.
But then it's like, how can you force somebody to a commitment that you made when you were in a partnership and you're not in that anymore? And then for me, it's like, now we did this together. If I'm in the relationship, that's going to have to be a decision you make completely by yourself.
Absolutely.
I can't have any say in that because I don't know what's going to happen.
Right.
And now that's so messy. Like, it's messy.
Yeah, that's fucked up. Because it's something go ahead.
The logical part of me wants to say that she has no business being upset. You know what I'm saying? Like, that has nothing to do with her. He has moved on. The only attachment they have is the child they have together. The decision she made was her decision and what she wanted to do to her body. Mm-hmm. And she should not be listening to what anybody else says to do to her body. But then I also understand what it's like to be in a relationship and make a decision together.
Absolutely.
And compromise.
Right.
You can compromise and make a whole different decision than you would make.
Sorry, left the detail out. He was also supposed to get a vasectomy and didn't do it.
He lied about it?
Didn't do it.
So that's probably where the suing come in, like
possibly because they were supposed to both do it. you know, and that was supposed to be like, you know, make it fair, and he never did it.
Yeah, I would.
That sound like they had that was some underlying. You knew
That
shit
sound
wasn't
like
going to work.
That sounds like manipulation, like he manipulated her. honestly.
Y'all both are getting stuff cut, snipped, and tied.
Maybe they just really didn't want no kids and wanted to you know, be out here raw.
What's Neo's sign? Let's figure it out, because that sounds like some manipulation shit.
Gemini.
And Neo and his
Yeah,
current wife, they had filed for divorce recently
Did
and just
they?
got back together. Yeah. And now they're pregnant again.
Let me see if Neo a line Libra.
He's a Libra.
Oh, I knew it. A line Libra. See, that's what
Hey, you know what they say about Libras, right?
Line Libras. No, what they say
They
about
do
Libras?
lie because they can't stand for anything, but they and they also very wishy-washy. But
Oh,
you know what they say that Libras, that wishy-washiness, that goes with sexuality as well. That there's a lot of like bisexual or like curious or you know, may lean a certain way if you push them a little bit.
Moni, listen,
Not a little bit.
we gotta have a Libra on here because Moni has been pushing this envelope about Libras being bisexual. Yeah, yes.
No, sometimes
So we gotta find Moni Love and we gotta find
You gotta make sure
a fluid Libra to come on it.
But for clarity, for Moni's love, she don't want no Libras.
I've never dealt with, I don't know how I would be with a Libra. I don't even know a lot of Libra people. There are not a lot of Libra people in my life.
Have you guys ever dated your own signs?
Yes.
Very briefly once.
Yes, briefly.
It wasn't good?
We were both hard-headed. He was very like direct and demanding, and
I would be so intrigued by that. Like somebody who's just, I feel like whenever I date, that person I'm dating is like over the top. I've never met anybody who's just like,
y'all would probably be so boring together.
That's fine. That's what I need. Just be quiet and sit here. That's it.
No. I like somebody because, like, I don't think in my normal life, like, my personality is not like this all the time. We're on the podcast. I do have my like loud moments or whatever, but for the most part, I'm pretty chill, I think.
Yeah.
You know, like people the opposite of me. Like, I like that edge. Like, be into some dark underworld or something. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to walk into a restaurant where everybody knows each other, and you know what I'm saying? Like, there's an underworld happening.
Moni a freak. Sorry, I'm stop.
That's so funny.
That doesn't have nothing to do with nothing freaky. That's not a lifestyle.
No, I've dated my sign before, but yeah, I don't. It's not nothing I want to do necessarily again.
Opposite is good. Like it does keep you balanced.
Yeah, because like I'm nonchalant. Like I could be very like in myself and like just blow everything off. Not really like the super communicator. So I can't have nobody that's like that because then we just gonna have to be sitting with our arms folded across the room from each other. Like, no, I need somebody that kind of can kick the door down. Like, okay, what's going on? Like,
tip about
cancer, I'm not gonna do it.
Cancer men make the best dads.
Yes, I'm definitely a good daddy.
Possibly, baby daddy.
I'd say I'm definitely a good daddy, literally.
My gosh!
Oh God!
Y'all was ready for some mess.
You don't want to be a husband, father. You trying to be a baby daddy?
Definitely.
I didn't say anything.
Scheme almost spilled that tea, literally. Yo,
No. But about these relationships, has that ever happened to you that you like did something with your partner or somebody told you they weren't doing anything and then you found out or saw they was doing it with somebody else?
I'm sure I had situations to where it was like, I don't know. I've been in situations where the person didn't commit to me and then like hopped and committed to the next motherfucker and it was like, oh, okay.
Oh, that happened. I mean,
but not nothing serious. Like, oh damn, how come you ain't buy me nothing nice when we was together? Like none of that. Like, but like definitely like just not being the one that got chose. Sure.
But even like if I wanted to go mountain climbing and you said no, and then I see you mountain climbing in
the
the next
top of Mount Everest with some other.
I'm gonna report the pic. No, I'm talking.
There's going to be an Isha.
Is it really, Kiwi?
Yes.
That's so funny. I find this odd coming from you because usually you are chill.
Why didn't you want to do that with me?
You didn't give off the vibe that you wanted that to be done to you.
See?
Nah, no, but really, like that is the question, because the way I think about people is like, again, with relationships, and I'm not saying this is how you feel, but it's like when people move on, I hope that they're happy. It's not that you're a bad person, I don't want you. It's like, it didn't work for us. It didn't work between us.
I want you to realize what you lost and
Yeah.
have a great day.
Really?
And don't take my sauce though. You probably didn't know what rock climbing was until I asked. Because you didn't want to do it with me, but you gonna go do it with the next
Y'all
motherfucker.
crazy. I am so different. I love to be in relationship with people. And that's the exchange that I like. Like, you steal a little bit of stuff from me. I steal a little bit of stuff from you. Now I move
and carry it on.
Yes, I move on and I got some of your stuff. No, one of my exes, he had his whole arm tatted up. He had tattoos everywhere. It was not until after I started fucking. I had tattoos before him, but it was like after him, like I got really into it because we had like got tattoos together. Like it was like a thing now.
Right.
Now I'm like, I want the whole sleeve done. Before I had like, the few little.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of situations like that. Yeah.
I love when that happens.
When people say my ex got me into something, like for me, a lot of my exes got into alcoholism. They weren't much of drinkers before we met, and now they like their wine and their vodkas.
You didn't draw them to drinking scheme. Damn.
Enjoy.
Listen, now y'all like see it. We all got layers because Skin used to be the angel. Now look at him.
I am an angel.
Revealing himself, not driving up.
I do feel like with Mo, like I wish you the best. Move on, blah blah blah. Because I take my 5-year intermissions in between everything anyway. I can't hold on to no love that long.
Mm-hmm.
Be great. See you later.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think my problem. Maybe I can take all my exes off social media. Okay, that's where it goes. Like rock climbing.
I don't have any.
I can't
see. You still watching folks. You still watching folks. I don't have a single ex on the social media.
I don't be watching folks. I be scrolling, and the algorithms be being messy.
They are there as your friend.
Oh my God! Can I ask y'all something? This is a question we're gonna end on. Has an ex of your partner ever hit you up to say something about like the person you're with?
Like found you to be like, be careful.
Or just said anything?
No, that's never happened.
See, this is gonna be funny because Money gonna have a million and one questions that I'm not about to answer in these 3 minutes. But I've had a ex reach out, like try to get on, like.
Wait, oh no, hold on. So the ex of the person tried to get with you.
Yeah.
No, this is like. I guess women are messy, and that's why this has happened to me. But I think that's wild for like a man's ex to hit me up. One of them was the baby mother. This is the same guy. It's him. He was messy. That was the problem. His baby mother hit me up and was like, you better take care of him. I was like, I think he could take care of himself, girl.
Not take care.
Yeah. You better take care of him. And then after I broke up with him, the girl he was with hit me up and was talking to me about like, don't mess with him, don't blah, 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 blah.
How do you know me, ma'am?
Hit me up on Facebook. I was like, girl, I don't want him. She's like, you sure? I was like, I'm positive. I didn't even want him when I was with him. You're good. You're good, Mom.
Oh, Ma.
She probably was lying.
Because I would never imagine hitting up some man's new girlfriend with my bullshit.
For what?
With my bullshit.
For what?
Yeah, that's weird. That's one thing. That's one thing. I watch my exes, but I don't watch my exes. Like, I don't watch my people that I'm dealing with. Like,
right.
She was like, "Nah, we're gonna square all this up right now. Let me clear all these hoes out for you, babe."
It's clear. Bye.
No, have y'all ever
still calling me, right?
Oh, Moni is so funny. Moni out here stunting.
This is why I'm single as fuck. Nah, All right. Until next time, people. Yo, we gotta throw down this astrology episode. It's gonna be hot.
Yeah. And we looking for Moni a man. No Libras though.